Hello, good evening and happy Wednesday, everybody. So, sorry for the slight delay, just a few hiccups. The card I was going to bring you tonight, I had scored beforehand and the measurements just didn't work. So I was doing some of the prep ahead and it just wasn't going to work. So rather than bring you half something and not really be sure what's going on, I just thought I'd leave it and do that another time. So this evening, just as a quick replacement, I'm going to be bringing you the Heirlooms kit. Now, I think we had a brief look at that on one of the other regular lives. So I'm just going to get the kit, get the camera down on here so that you can see where this kit is. It's a really pretty one to do. Just getting the camera set up. Hello, Marilyn. Nice to see you. There we go, that's a bit better. Get the camera in the corner. So this is the Heirloom Kit. Like I say, I'm sure that we did do a brief one on this. If not, I've shared this with somebody in the studio here. The kit just a gorgeous kit. You've got all different designs in this one. I'm just bringing that to the top again. Some more pieces there. These should have been in there, I think, in that packet. So I'm going to work through it. So this is the kit, if you can see this online. There we go. They're gorgeous cards. They're all really nice, pretty ones. You've got panels, you've got lots of different pieces of ephemera to use on the cards, and you've got a stamp set that goes with that as well. So the instructions, as always, are in here for each of the cards. So they'll talk you through exactly what you need to do them as they have. Okay, hi Pam. So there's lots on here and lots of ideas, alternatives, whatever you want to do with it. And I think it's really nice because they're not all the same. You haven't got 3 or 4 of one design. So I do think that they're very nice in that respect. Now, the easiest way to do this, I feel, is to tip them out into a lid. So I've got a lid here, and these were this was just one sheet. I don't want to muddle them up too much, but I just put those all in a packet. So you've got little bunches of flowers. So I thought if we do one as is from their suggestions and then just randomly play with the other one. Now this stamp set, you're probably not going to be able to see this very well on here. We've got a beautiful little butterfly. I'm going to try and find a dark piece of card. We have a dark colour. Probably not. No. I've got a piece of magnet. That might be dark enough to show you. Will that help by bringing that up to the screen there? We've got the piece of mesh here, a little bit like the builder's scrim that I used recently. We've got a cute little butterfly, just begging to be fussy cut, isn't it? You know me. So we've got thank you here. We've got I appreciate your kindness. Glasses for the other one. We've got thankful and grateful at the top there, and then this one is I feel lucky to have you and for you. So it's a nice little set, pretty general occasions, but I always nowadays I love to pair the kits up with this set. This set is a £16 here in the UK. Apologies for some watermarks on there. I think my spray leaked. So I've got let's celebrate, yay, thinking of you, thank you, happy birthday, miss you, thanks, hello, birthday wishes, and just a note. All of those are general everyday greetings that you can just use on any card. They work lovely with the ephemera packs. They work great with the memories and more cards as well. Another one for your never-ending list. Yes, Linda, of course. I have got 2 or 3 of these in stock. I did buy several when they came in very recently. So so the kit starts off with, you have the block is in here somewhere. I've probably buried it in this little packet here. You've got the acrylic block, which your stamps go on to be able to stamp with the ink pad. I don't use the mini spots, I use the full-size one because as demos we generally have the bigger pads. These ones are lovely as little giveaways, and the same with the blocks. So those 2 will go to one side. You get given enough adhesive, there's some tape in here, and then the stamp set, of course. So I'm going to put those to one side. These are the Stampin' Dimensionals, just like the packs we have, just slightly smaller size piece. Now this piece here, I'm going to just show you what I do. We now have these little slips that come in the kit, and you've got English, that's French, and you've got German. So I'm just going to cut up here on the inside of the dotted lines because I don't like the little pieces being left. So I'm just going to cut that piece out there. I will discard the other two into recycling because it's not something I can really pass on to another demo. The stamps, maybe, you know, if they were in a foreign language, or the kits that have got printed ones, I do. So just a little reminder, if you have the kits where that you pop out the pieces and they're French and German or Dutch, please let me have them if you're a regular to the studio, so I can then put them in a little packet and hand them out at the next global gathering that I go to. So that's for recycling. I'll tuck that over there. Oh, I'll put that on the floor and then I'll pick it up, take it through. So that's handy so that you can keep that in with your stamp set. That's all that one's for. It's just a little introduction so that they've done, so that you can see that and keep them in a little packet. Okay, so the envelopes here, I will just take one of those as it is. This is the sheet that I've punched out from already. I'm going to just go through these with you. I'll keep one of those out. Move that to the side. So these are the other sheets that are included. As we handle these, these pieces will fall out. So I think it is hard to keep them all together in there. So I'd be inclined to tip all of them out into the tray and then rummage for what we want at a later date. But then I like to do lots of alternatives. So I'm just going to place those over there for now. Okay. And then these ones are tags, and these have started to fall out already. I showed the other day. I think we did make one of these up. So if I just get those out so you can see them flat, that's probably a better idea, isn't it? Put that one to one side and get your camera in a little bit further so you can see them in more detail. There we go. So that's another sheet of the labels on here. If we just grab those instructions again, she says, yeah, and I'm going to take one of the cards, a random card. Which one shall I take? Oh, we've got a little butterfly on that one. We've got, I'll do number one actually. So many to choose from. Okay, so there's an envelope on that one. We've got two cards in there. So as I go through, I'm going to try and look for those pieces, which ironically happens to be that one. And we have a blue card. The card bases are in 3 different colours. So you have the crosshatch like the envelope is. You have the blue ones printed front and back, and the pinkier ones printed front and back. I know you love, you love the kits, Linda. They are fabulous. Hi, Shaz. So I'm going to leave one of those out for now, because I want to show you how I change these later. So I just crease that one over. So it wasn't a pink, was it? It was a pink panel and blue card. So we're going to use the blue one on this one. So I'll just start putting those to one side as we go. So that's going to sit on there. So I'll put all these ones to the side on there. Oops, I'm going to go back in the packet. I think if I just shook these, they'd probably just all come out anyway. So that's that one, that's that one. So these are some lovely pieces in here. I haven't actually counted how many there are in total, but these are gorgeous. They're just so nice. Okay, little bunches of flowers as well. There's another frame coming up somewhere. There's a vellum one here. These are very delicate, printed onto, coloured print onto vellum. So they will just fall out of that sheet very soon. Okay. And then these ones are panels, tags again, those ones. And another sheet there.